This is TechCrunch. Move over, Santa Claus. Now there is another magical character for kids to track. The Tooth Fairy. After making a personalized Tooth Fairy video for his nephew, Oliver Fennell noticed a gap. While there are plenty of Santa trackers, nothing similar existed for the Tooth Fairy. Recognizing that Generation Alpha is growing up with interactive online experiences at their fingertips, he set out to create a new kind of adventure that families everywhere could enjoy. Tooth Fairy Tracker features Kiki the Tooth Fairy as its central character. When a child loses a tooth, parents can visit the website and enter their email to receive notifications as Kiki begins her mission. Throughout the evening, children receive a series of video updates showing Kiki preparing for her journey, departing from headquarters, and traveling to collect the tooth. Now, these updates may include flight speed information, vlog-style check-ins, and cute selfies. The experience is hosted entirely on the site with countdowns to each new video, making it feel like an exciting day-long event that builds anticipation for bedtime. Plus, Fennell believes the evening updates help motivate children to brush their teeth and prepare for sleep. Then the final update takes place in the morning when the child is congratulated and can check their special gift under their pillow. Launched back in October, the website is gearing up to launch a redesign soon. Fennell explains that while the core experience will remain unchanged, the site will feature a more playful design and a few added details to make it more immersive for kids. Looking ahead to next year, Fennell is preparing to launch a revamped version of the tracker featuring even more personalization. Kiki will say each child's name, mention their hobbies, and include their photo in every video. Kids will also receive custom certificates for each lost tooth. Another upcoming feature entails oral care videos, where Kiki teaches children healthy brushing habits. The enhanced experience will be available via a new subscription for $20, which includes 6 Kiki visits. Additionally, Fennell plans to adapt the product for families in Latin America and Western Europe, making it more culturally relevant. For example, while the Tooth Fairy is most popular in the U.S., the Tooth Mouse is popular in France, Spain, and Russia. He also hopes to partner with pediatric dentists, so dental offices can offer the Kiki the Tooth Fairy experience to young patients. Pre-appointment videos can help ease anxiety, while post-visit rewards encourage kids to return to the dentist and make the experience more positive. Other long-term roadmap plans include branded toothbrushes and toothpaste, each accompanied by a personalized video of Kiki choosing the bristles for the toothbrush, picking out colors, and assembling it just for the child. The Tooth Fairy Tracker is free to use and requires no app or account. Developers and companies are increasingly deploying AI agents and chatbots within their apps, but so far they've mostly been restricted to text. Digital avatar generation company Lemon Slice is working to add a video layer to those chats with a new diffusion model that can create digital avatars from a single image. Called Lemon Slice 2, the model can create a digital avatar that works on top of a knowledge base to play any role required of the AI agent, like addressing customer queries, helping with homework questions, or even working as a mental health support agent. Co-founder Lena Colucci said, "In the early days of Gen AI, my co-founders started to play around with different video models, and it became obvious to us that video was going to be interactive. The compelling part about tools like ChatGPT was that they were interactive, and we want video to have that layer." Lemon Slice says this is a 20 billion parameter model that can work on a single GPU to live stream videos at 20 frames per second. The company is making the model available through an API and an embeddable widget that companies can integrate into their sites with a single line of code. After an avatar is created, you can change the background, the styling, and appearance of a character at any point. Besides human-like avatars, the company is also focusing on being able to generate non-human characters to suit different needs. The startup is using 11 Labs tech to generate the voices of these avatars. Founded in 2024, Lemon Slice is betting that using its own general-purpose diffusion model, a type of generative model that learns to work backwards from noisy training data to generate new data, for making avatars, and will set it apart from competitors. Colucci said the existing avatar solutions that she's seen to date add negative value to the product. They're creepy and they're stiff. They look good for a few seconds, and then as soon as you start interacting with them, it feels very uncanny. And it does not put you at ease. The thing that has prevented avatars from really taking off, she says, is that they have not been good enough. To fund that effort, the company on Tuesday said it had raised $10.5 million in seed funding from Matrix Partners, Y Combinator, Twitch CEO Emmett Shear, and the Chainsmokers. The company says it has guardrails in place to prevent unauthorized face or voice cloning, and that it uses large language models for content moderation. Lemon Slice would not name the organizations using its technology, but said the model is being put to work for use cases like education, language learning, e-commerce, and corporate training. The startup faces stiff competition from video generation startups like DID, HeyGen, and Synthesia, as well as other digital avatar makers, Genies, Soul Machine, and Avatar OS. Y Combinator's Jared Friedman believes that using a diffusion-style model allows Lemon Slice to generate any kind of avatars as compared to some other startups that are focused on either human-like or game character-like avatars. Friedman said, Lemon Slice is, I believe, the only company taking the fundamental ML approach that can eventually overcome the uncanny valley and break the avatar Turing test. They train the same type of model as VO3 or Sora, a video diffusion transformer. Because it is a general-purpose model that does the whole thing end-to-end, it has no ceiling on how good it can get. The others top out below photorealistic. It also works for both human and non-human faces and requires only an image to add a new face. The startup currently has 8 employees and plans to use the funds to hire engineering and go-to-market staff, along with paying the compute bills to train its models. That's it from TechCrunch. For more stories like these, go to TechCrunch.com.